Hi everyone. This is Alex from Appery.io, and in this video, I will demonstrate how to work with many useful properties offered by our app builder for creating responsive apps. You will see that all the UI components can be fine-tuned so that you design a perfectly responsive app UI. As a result, your users get ideal experience in viewing, reading, and navigating across various devices, ranging from mobile phones and tablets to desktop computers. Let's start with creating a blank app. When the app loads, add a predefined screen where different UI components have already been added for you. Click Create New Page and select the profile layout. You can choose among many different layouts here to save your development time. When added, the app page with many ready-to-go components will instantly get the needed UI. To quickly switch between the page components, you can use the breadcrumbs over here or unfold the outline panel. Using outline can be handy for defining the UI of the page with many components added. The number one tip to make your app UI responsive is defining the page content. Let's see how it can be adjusted. With the component selected on the screen, in the Properties panel, go to the Styles tab and set its width property to 100% but limit maximum width to, for example, 800 pixels. Then, set Align Self to Center. This way, the content will occupy the whole screen on devices with extra small, or medium sizes. Now, let's click the LG and XL buttons to see what the page will look like on larger screens. As you can see, the content is displayed within the fixed width size we set. If needed, you can also experiment with the vertical align property to get the desired vertical design of your page. The next popular UI component that is widely used for getting responsive UI is Grid. In our app builder, it has so many different settings that you can implement almost any of your design ideas. To get the effect similar to what we just applied to content, let's set the grid property fixed to true. This will fix the grid width across all screen sizes. Another important component that can help in organizing your responsive page UI is GridCell. Now, select the first grid cell and inspect its default sizes. Smaller screens are set to 12, which means that the cell takes all the space allowed. Now, switch to MD to see that the cell is stretched to take up half of a screen as it's set to 6. On the large and extra large screens, it will take only 4 out of the 12. If you want to resize it, just set the desired value. Similarly, you can adjust the size of any component you want to show on different screens. For example, select this button, and note that the max width value is set to 250. Click different screen sizes to see if you like the output, and, if needed, change it to 400. Now, the button still takes 100% of the whole screen width but appears bigger on larger screens. Next, let's switch back to the grid cell and experiment with setting different align self property values. As you can see, depending on the screen size, the cells can be arranged in columns or in rows, and you are free to modify this behavior. To additionally fine-tune the page UI, let's set the width property of grid as well as the second grid cell to 100%. Now, let's open the LG screen view and check the width of the nested form component. You can see that it is limited by its max width property, but if we clear the field, it will fill the cell space. Another useful option is applying classes to selected UI components. Classes is an ionic solution that allows specifying different responsive display attributes. For example, you may want to show or hide some components depending on the screen size. To do it, select the first grid cell component and click the Class Property button to open the Classes editor. Here, check the Ion Hide MD Down checkbox. The grid cell is now set to be hidden on screens smaller than MD, LG, and XL sizes. However, in some cases, you may need to completely remove the elements from the screens of specified sizes, and for this, you can use the special attributes. For example, if the page has many different components and, to optimize your app performance on smaller screens, you want to remove one of them on these screens. For this, select the needed component. Here it is GridCell 1, and in the Common tab, add the ngIf property to it, and define it with the needed value. This implementation looks similar to using classes, but there is still a clear difference. The component is not simply hidden but removed from smaller screens, thus allowing the app to perform better. For more methods and properties that can make things easier, please check our documentation page. I will leave the link to it in the description section. One more option for defining responsive app behavior is creating custom CSS classes. Let's review the case where we use the media attribute. First, click the CSS tab and add some media request that instructs to apply different colors to the same component when shown on different screen sizes. Now, let's go back to the Design tab and apply this class to this button. To verify that the button text color changes from black to red, one by one, check the large, medium, small, and then XMall screen views. The last option I would like to demonstrate today can be applied to the apps where menu is used. Usually, on smaller screens the so-called mobile navigation menu with the hamburger menu button is used. But on larger screens, you may want to add the split menu. Let's now see how to do it. Go to the app page, select the page component and set its menu property to true, then do the same for the split pane property. Then, select split pane and define when it should be shown. From the When drop-down, select needed size, for example, LG. Now, when the app is started from the device with larger screens, the hamburger menu will be replaced by the split menu. This and many more other options you can use to make your app responsive are implemented in our app starter template. Let's take a quick look to preview how the app pages adjust to different screen sizes. That's it for today, and if you are interested in creating a responsive mobile or web app, try our app starter template to see how it works. We offer a free 2-week trial period, so you will have plenty of time for experimenting. Also, if you like what we do, subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay tuned. See you. And thanks for watching.